your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Okay, we're at the 22nd annual Holiday Prep Classic here at the Dothan Civic Center. It's been quite a week here with this tournament, and we've got a fellow from the Dothan Eagle, the sports editor, and it has been a great tournament.
Well, thank you. It has been a great tournament, and when you get teams this caliber in a tournament like this, it's just bound to turn out to have some really good games, and we've been fortunate to see some good ones. And as the competition has gone on throughout the week, you think you will see your better games towards the end of the week, and that's what we're seeing. So a good game tonight to open up the consolation, and then we should have a great game tonight with Ashford and Dothan.
Well, the consolation game turned out to be nip and tuck all the way because Enterprise was ahead at the half by 2 points, and then there was also a 2-point margin into the third period, and then Graceville was able to mount a scoring attack, and they took it winning by 8 points.
Well, what I was impressed with was Graceville winning this game without their big man, Rashad Singleton, who fouled out.
5.5 minutes in the game.
Exactly, and I thought they all picked it up a little on that team and played maybe even better without him in there. That's kind of funny to say because he's a great player, but they seem to all step it up a little, the ones who were out on the court, and Graceville really played strong down the stretch and beat an Enterprise team that's kind of streaky, and they were on one of their good streaks today. They played a good ball game today, but Graceville just a little better.
Well, what do you think about this championship game with Dothan and Ashford going at it? Ought to give us a tremendous crowd here for this game, especially since there's so much fan support for both these schools.
Well, I think this would be the two best teams in the tournament if you looked at it from the start. With Ashford, I think more talent than any team in the tournament, and actually I think playing better than any team in the tournament right now. Dothan has played well one night, then they were down one night, but they still won, and they came back and played last night, I think, the best game they've played all year. So you wonder which Dothan High team will show up. If the team that showed up last night plays tonight, they can give Ashford a very good game and win the thing. But Ashford, they're pretty consistent. They're going to play, I think, strong in this game, and Dothan's going to have something special to beat them, I believe.
Okay, John, let me ask you one thing. Kind of tell us about the attendance this year and how has it been?
Well, it's been a strong attendance, and I think we're going to break our record for ticket sales as far as the money goes. We were at $48,000 roughly going into tonight's game. So it looks like we're going to go over the 50,000 mark for the first time ever. It was a little over 46,000 last year. Been real steady crowds, and what I've liked about it is although the crowds have been very strong, I think everybody who's gotten in that wanted to get in. The Northview Dothan game the other night, we had some people that had to be held back because of it was packed. But once that game was over, they were able to get in, and everyone who's wanted to come out and watch the tournament has been able to.
Okay, John, we really appreciate what you, the Dothan Eagle, and Dothan Progress do for this community, and especially for this tournament.
Well, thank you. It's our pleasure, and we appreciate what all y'all do as well. Y'all mean a lot to high school basketball in this area.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
All right. Okay, we are ready to go to our public to start the for Dothan Eagle, Dothan Progress Holiday Classic. And really good game tonight. Going to be the one I think we all look forward. We thought could possibly happen, and it's become a reality.
I think you're right, and it's like John Johnson just said in our interview, which Dothan team shows up to play will determine who wins this tournament.
Yeah, I tell you, we've got a big crowd on hand. We're going to listen to the PA announcer for the introductions.
13-1, and the Tigers with a record of 7-1. Here are the lineups for both of tonight's teams. First for the visitors from Ashford High School. Number 12, David Mitchell. Number 14, Terrence Wesley. Number 20, Justin Sellers. Number 22, Billy Wesley. Number 30, Philip Key. Number 32, DeAndre Walker. Number 42, Norman Battle. Number 44, Lawrence Green. All right, Yellow Jacket fans, to your feet for the Yellow Jackets, starting 5. At forward, a 6'6" senior, number 5, Lamarvin Jackson. At forward, a 6'1" senior, number 21, Cliff Brown. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 23, Nick Lee. At center, a 6'7" senior, number 25, Jamie Dossie. And at forward, a 6'2" senior, number 24, Ken Fields. The head coach of the Yellow Jackets is Mike Henry. Now the lineup for tonight's home team in the championship game, the Dothan Tigers. Number 40, Antavius Phillips. Number 35, Deshaun Kennedy. Number 22, Cornelius Frazier. Number 21, Bud Duncan. Number 14, Oscar Humphrey. Number 12, Lance Peoples. Number 31, John Hughes. Tiger fans, on your feet for the Tigers starting 5. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 10 and the championship shootout champion, Julius Harper. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 15, Trey Gretton. A 6'1" senior, number 30, Lorenzo Thomas. At forward, a 6'2" senior, number 44, Fred Foster. And at center, a 6'3" senior, number 33, Carlos Frazier. The head coach of the Tigers is Jim Golden. The officials for tonight's game are from the southeast.
Okay, that's the introduction of the players, and we're getting set to have an old-fashioned barn burn here tonight with both these schools winning this tournament. Ashford being the defending champion, Dothan winning it just 3 years ago. So I've talked to both coaches before the game tonight. They're both extremely nervous about their squads. Coach Henry said defense is going to win it, and Coach Golden said just wish us luck.
Okay, well, I tell you what you can expect from both of these teams. Both teams are very balanced in their scoring. Dothan is led by number 33 Carlos Frazier, 44 Fred Foster, 10 Julius Harper, John Hughes, Trey Critton. Now, you move to the other side, Ashford is lined up with a lot of talented players. Also, you can look for number 25, Jamie Dawson is capable. Nick Lee, 23. Ken Fields, 24. Lamarvin Jackson, 5. So you have two balanced scoring teams against each other.
All right, they're throwing it in the air, and Dothan controls it. Julius Harper, the winner of the three-point shootout tonight. sinking 7 of 9 on the final round to win it.
I tell you, Julius Harper was incredible last night in the game against Enterprise. His just all-around inside play was just spectacular.
17 points.
So Dothan's on offense. The ball is in Harper's hand. He's the point guard for Dothan. He sets things up for this team.
It looks like they're showing their patience as they did in the early going last night against a graceful team that played, and also against Robert E. Lee.
That was a good move to the basket. A pass to number 32, Carlos Frazier. And they're going to say he was fouled by number 25, Jamie Dawson. So it'll be Dawson's first foul.
Frazier will be shooting a couple of shots here. First one's in the air, it's up, and it's good.
Carlos Frazier, I tell you what, he's performed outstanding in this tournament. He's done an outstanding job for the Tigers.
And he misses the second.
Rebound goes to LaMarvin Jackson of Ashford. Over to Nick Lee, who played an outstanding game against Graceville, Bobby. He was the key reason that Ashford was able to pull out a one-point victory.
Well, that and keeping it away from their big 6'11 guy Singleton, and that's really the real key to the win. Dawson from the corner.
Dawson doing what he does best. He hits a big three-pointer. Dawson coming off not a real big performance last night. He got in foul trouble, so he wasn't able to do all the things he normally does, but that was a big three.
Harper drove the basket and missed the layup. Ashford with a 3-1 lead over the Tigers of Dothan. Fields in the corner to LaMarvin Jackson, who jumps, shoots. It's an air ball, and it's controlled by Dothan.
That time, Ashford took a shot and missed, and the rebound goes to number 33, Frazier. They get it to Frazier. He drives the baseline, breaks it off the glass, misses, and LaMarvin Jackson gets it away from it. Ashford's on the fast break over to Brown. He sets up, and Julius Harper comes up with the steal, and he tries to save it, but it goes to Dawson, and he goes up high, and he's fouled. I think you're going to see each team being challenged under the basket tonight, Bobby.
Trey Critten's the one that's going to be charged with that foul for Dothan. So going to the line will be number 25, Jamie Dawson, for the Ashford Yellow Jackets. And of course, Dawson hit the winning basket in the game last night against the Graceville team to win it. He misses the first and makes the second.
Dawson hit 1 of 2 from the foul line last night to ice the victory for Ashford.
5:38, it's a 4-1 lead. Ashford over Dothan.
Dothan yet to score a field goal. And they save it, but it goes to Nick Lee on the fast break, and he lays it in.
Nick Lee makes that 2-point basket. Leeds dropping 20 points in their winning effort to get to this contest tonight.
So Dothan still without a field goal, and we're almost 3 minutes into this contest.
It's a 6-1 lead, 5 points spread here for Ashford right now, and they get another turnover under the basket, fast breaking it.
And Ashford turned it over that time, but one thing Dothan don't want to happen is to let Ashford get their fast breaks going, because once they get that fast breaks going, they are explosive.
Well, they thrive on the fast break. Of course, these 3 main guys who've played together for a good long while with Dawson, Fields, Lee, Jackson, and Brown. These guys play quite well together.
Dothan just not able to get anything going on offense, and we're going to have a foul call on number 24, Fields.
That's 2 team fouls for each school at this point. Well, Dothan only has 1, Trey Critton.
So it's going to be a non-shooting foul, so Dothan will take the ball out of bounds. Thomas takes it out for the Tigers of Dothan. They're up against the Yellow Jackets of Ashford, who's pretty much dominated here early in the game.
Harper.
Dothan without a field goal, and we have 4.5 minutes left in the first period.
Frazier. Critton comes out to the top of the key. Over to Harper. Drives the basket. Puts it in for 2.
So Julius Harper does what he's been doing doing what he did last night, and that was to take the ball to the basket and really challenge the big guys.
Into LaMarvin Jackson, and it's a steal with Fred Foster. Look out, dunk. Up.
Great steal by Foster.
And the basket counts.
So Dothan's getting some momentum going here, Bobby.
The Yellow Jacket foul is on 23 Lee. His first personal foul, third team foul. Foster at the line for the
Dothan
shooting 1.
at the line can tie it up with this 3-point play, and he does.
Foster scores 1.
So Dothan has scored 5 unanswered points, Bobby.
That's right.
After trailing 6-1, the score is tied 6-6.
Just under 4 minutes left in the first. Driving the basket is Fields, and he gets one.
Basket by Jackson.
They say it was Jackson that made that goal. I was thinking it was Fields. All right, Dothan on the attack. Fred Foster over to
Julius Harper. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
Another turnover, costly turnover for Dothan. Ashford with a 2-point lead, 8-6. Nick Lee brings it across midcourt. Ashford runs their offense again. Lee sends it over to number 21, Brown. Jamie Dawsey inside to LaMarvin Jackson, jumper. Basket is going to be good.
That time Jackson got off a good shot, and he was fouled in the process, and he's going to be going to the line to try to make it a 3-point play.
The Tiger foul is on number 30, Thomas.
Lorenzo Thomas.
Foul, second team foul.
So Jackson has picked up his second field goal of the game, and he makes it a 3-point play. So Ashford's back on top, 11-6. Dothan went on a 5-0 run. Now Ashford's on a...
Harper turns it over, travels.
Yeah, Harper's turned it over 2 times in a row, and he's given Ashford scoring opportunities, and they are definitely taking advantage of it.
That's right. They fought back to tie the score up, but now Ashford come in and scores 11-6 to take another 5-point lead.
2:54 left in the first quarter. Ashford on top of Dothan. Ashford's on the offense. They're passing the ball around. Fields has it. Gets it into LaMarvin Jackson. Fields goes for a 3. Misses. Rebound goes to Julius Harper.
Harper across midcourt.
And Harper turns it over for the 3rd time in a row, Bobby. He's got to get his mind in this game, and it goes to Nick Lee, and it's good.
Lee drives the basket. He don't miss often.
Harper's got to get his mind into this game, Bobby. He's committed 3 consecutive turnovers, and it's cost his team's points. And they commit their 4th turnover in a row. So Ashford's up 13-6 with 2:12, and Dothan's got to settle down. They're doing a very poor job of protecting the ball. And Bobby, and the press is not causing problems. It's just careless ball handling that's costing Dothan these turnovers.
Just like a concentration here in the early going. Dothan's got to get their act together. It's now stretched to a 7-point lead for Ashford, and they can add to it. Number 21, Brown, back out to Lee. Goes to Brown again, back out to Lee. Jamie Dawsey comes into center.
Ashford's on a 7-0 run right now, Bobby. That time, Lee went in for the layup, and he missed, and Fred Foster went up high to come down with the rebound.
Instead of going in on the fast break, Dothan pulled up, Harper did, to try to work their offense.
Great pass from Cornelius down to, that was Carlos Frazier down to Fred Foster for the basket.
Wide open under the basket. Foster puts it in for 2. It's a 5-point lead for Ashford.
So that was Dothan's first field goal. They had run off 5 baskets in a row, then 4 turnovers in a row. So scores 13-8. Ashford's leading the Dothan Tigers.
Fields to Brown. Brown keeps it. Back over to Fields again. So Brown keeps it at the top of the key to Nick Lee.
39 seconds left in the first quarter. Ashford on top. Jamie Dawson for 3. Misses. Rebound goes to Thomas. And he throws it back into the hands of Ashford. Brown. Drive to the basket by Jamie
Dawson missed.
Dawson. He missed. And Foster, that was
Frazier
on the rebound.
And on the floor.
I was trying to get his number and I couldn't see it. Dothan, 10 seconds left. Harper goes up and lays it up with the left hand.
What a move to the basket by Julius Harper to cut the lead to 3. And Ashford's able to get off a shot, but it's wide. And what a first period of play we've had here. So at the end of the first, it's Ashford 13, Dothan 10. Welcome back to the Dothan Civic Center. It's the championship game tonight between the Yellow Jackets of Ashford and the Tigers of Dothan, and it's a 13-lead Ashford in the beginning of the second period.
Bobby, that first period was, you saw momentum swings. Ashford came out and scored, got up 6-1, then Dothan run off 5 points and tied the score at 6-all, and then Ashford went on another run up to 13-10 was the final score of the first period.
All right, Jamie Dawsey, 25, over to the corner to Brown, all the way back out to Lee.
One of the key points in the first period was Dothan made 4 consecutive turnovers to allow Ashford to increase their lead.
And Harper made 3 of them. All right, now it's Fields back to Lee. To Fields, Brown, Fields again. Lee shoots for a 3. And drains it.
Nick Lee hits a big 3 for the Yellow Jackets of Ashford.
7 points for Nick Lee.
Ashford up by 6, 16-10, opening minute of the second period.
Harper at the top of the key. Drives toward the basket.
Puts it up, misses, and Frazier with the rebound, misses. And we're going to have a foul called on LaMarvin Jackson. That time, Dothan did a good job, Bobby, of keeping the ball alive on the offensive board. They got 3 shots at it, and they were fouled on the 3rd attempt. And they're going to call it a non-shooting foul, so Thomas takes it out for the Tigers.
That's a 4th team foul in the period. Only 2 against Ashford thus far. Excuse me, against Dothan.
Ball in the corner to Julius Harper. And Harper takes it in. He's going to challenge these guys tonight. He's going to make them stop him.
Yes, he is. And number 24, Ken Fields, is going to pick up his 2nd foul of the contest.
And the amazing thing about it, Bobby, Julius Harper's one of the smallest guys on the court, but he's challenging these big guys under the basket.
Yeah, 5'10". He's a junior. Put in 17 points. He had a great night for Dothan last night. And he sinks his first free throw. Gives him a total of 5 in the night. He's got another coming. And he makes the other. Substitution in for Ashford is 32, DeAndre Walker.
6:21 left in the second period. And Dawson's wide open. He shoots, misses. Foster goes up high and gets the rebound, and they're going to call him over the back. They call a foul on 44, said Foster was over the back of the Ashford player, so Ashford takes it out.
So under the basket, Ashford gets to keep it. Drop it into Brown. Out to Lee. Back over to Brown again. Dothan trying to hem it up in the corner, but Lee has it. Into LaMarvin Jackson. Back to Brown again. Shoots three and drains it.
I'll tell you what, Ashford is doing a good job. That's their third three-pointer of the game. So they're up by 7, 19-12, 5:49 left in the second period.
Frazier with the ball now. Out of Foster. To Harper for three. Misses. Rebound by DeAndre Walker. Fast break to the basket by Lee. Blocked.
Boy, did Fred Foster, who was that? That was
Frazier.
Frazier came out of nowhere and blocked that shot. It looked like it was going to be an easy layup, but Frazier just elevated and knocked that one out of bounds. So Ashford takes it out.
All the way out to Brown. Over to Lee for Ashford. In the corner for Dawsey. Back to Lee, who shoots a three.
Boy, Ashford is, they are on from three-point land tonight.
It's a 10-point lead, 22-12, 5:10 to go in the first half.
Biggest lead of the game, Bobby, 10-point lead, and it's behind the three-point shooting of Ashford.
Frazier inside to Hughes.
That was Thomas with the Lorenzo Thomas with the basket. Now Dothan's doing a good job of moving the ball and hitting open men, but they have not been able to stop Ashford on the offensive side of the court from hitting those three-pointers.
Lee to Brown again, as Lee tries to get the Tiger defense to come out to him. Jamie Dawsey back to Lee once again, over to Brown. Lee eyes a three-point NBA shot, but pulls it up. Milking a little time off the clock.
You know, Dothan has not been able to get Foster and Frazier into the offense of this game. In order for them to beat Ashford, they've got to get those two guys involved in the game. Dawsey for a three. Missed. Rebound goes to Foster.
That was an air ball from Dawsey. So Foster pulls it up. Thomas, Frazier.
That time they tried to force it in, Bobby, and it almost cost them a turnover.
Hughes, Julius Harper comes up with it. He's over in the corner, drives toward the basket.
And like I keep talking about Harper, Bobby, he's challenging these guys, and you know, and he's being fouled. So into a problem of getting in foul trouble, it's going to be because of the aggressive play of number 10, Julius Harper.
The second foul on LaMarvin Jackson. So Harper comes back to the line. He's got throws on the line for a total of 6. Make it 7. He's got another free throw coming. DeAndre Walker goes out of the game. And Fields comes back in. He's perfect.
Ashford on the offense. They are, I tell you what, Ashford is just red hot from behind the three-point line. Everything they're putting up from behind there is going in.
Dothan behind by 6. Lee. Fields shoots the basket, misses. Rebounded by number 30, Thomas.
Thomas did a good job of getting up high and grabbing that rebound. But a good hustle by Jamie Dawsey coming up behind Harper and knocking that ball loose, and he almost came up with the turnover.
Great save by Foster. Frazier to Thomas. Inside, trying to go to hit Trey Critton, and unable to come up with a handle, and it's a turnover by Dothan.
22-16, Ashford's leading Dothan in the championship game of the 2004 Dothan Progress Holiday Classic. 2:46 left in the first half, and I tell you, Ashford's pretty much controlled the game so far, Bobby.
All right, Brown, Fields, Lee. Jamie Dawsey shoots for 3, and he makes it.
Like I said, Ashford is they are really hitting those three-pointers. That's Dawsey's second 3 of the game. Ashford has a total of 5 3-pointers.
5 threes in the game.
But Harper continues to score points for the Dothan Tigers.
He's now double figures with 10.
Brown hits a 2. So Ashford's shooting outstanding from the outside tonight. Harper goes in and he's fouled again. Harper, he's really the only player that's playing aggressive on the offensive end of the court for the Tigers of Dothan.
Nick Lees picks up his second foul, so that's Fields with 2, Lee with 2, LaMarvin Jackson with 2, Dawsey has 1, and Harper comes to the line, shooting a 1-and-1, we say. First one's up. He misses. Rebound.
But Thomas goes up high, misses, and there's Frazier to put it back in.
Frazier gets his first 2 points of the night.
That's his first field goal. He has a total of 3 points. He had a free throw earlier in the game. Ashford on top by 7, just over a minute and a half left in the first half. Ashford has just been devastating from the outside, Bobby. 5 3-pointers here in the first half, and that scoring has been spread around to the starting team. They're doing an outstanding job.
Brown back over to Fields. To Lee, excuse me. Fields over on this near side to us.
Nick Lee with the ball. I think Ashford's going to try to go for one shot and go into halftime with a sizable lead.
7 points as it stands right now, 27-20.
That time Thomas tried to go for the steal, and they're going to call him for the foul. That's number 30, Thomas.
It's his second. All right, Lawrence Green comes into the game, and LaMarvin Jackson comes to the bench. Also for Dothan coming in is 31, John Hughes, and Thomas comes out.
Bobby, you know, Thomas started tonight. Hughes had been the starting forward, but Thomas earned himself a spot in the starting position. He's picked up 2 fouls the first half, so Coach Golden wants him to sit down. He don't want him to pick up another third foul here in the first half.
48 seconds left in the period. It's a 7-point lead, Ashford, 27-20. Brown with the ball at the top of the key. Well, actually at midcourt.
Ashford's going to be happy, you know, just to try to run the time off the clock and maybe take one shot before halftime and try to go into the half with this lead.
Down to 16 seconds. Fields, Lee.
All Ashford's got to do is take a 3 because they have been making, and they lose the ball out of bounds off the foot of Nick Lee. They used all that time up, Bobby, and came up empty, and that could work to their disadvantage. If Dothan can score, it would definitely give them some momentum. That time Harper tried to shoot, and he looked up, and there was Dawson's long arm standing there in front of him, and he had to alter his shot, and he missed it. So at halftime, the score is 27 for Ashford, 20 for Dothan.
Welcome back to the Dothan Civic Center, where we're at halftime with the score 27-20. The Ashford Yellow Jackets on top of the Dothan High School Tigers. Mitt, what's Dothan going to have to do in this second half to pull this thing out?
I tell you what they're going to have to do. They've got to find a way to get Fred Foster, number 44, and 33, Carlos Frazier, into the offense of this game. They have not been involved in much offense, Bobby. Starting off the game, Dothan did not score until there was 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first period. So Ashford went up on a 6-1, had a 6-1 lead. And so Dothan started off very slow, and they have not been able to surpass Ashford. They have trailed the entire game. Now, you got to give Ashford.
They did come in and tie it up, but then 4 straight turnovers.
Right. They tried to score up 6-6, but from that point on, they had not been able to. They never had a lead in the first half. Now, you got to give Ashford credit on the other side, and Nick Lee, number 23, continues to impress me with his play. Nick played an outstanding game last year. He's brought that momentum, that hustle, and that same spirit into this game. And Ashford has done an outstanding job shooting from the outside. They have
no
6
doubt.
three-pointers in the first half, and that's the difference in the score. Ashford has been able to score from the outside and hit the three-pointers, and they have taken a 7-point lead, and they're going to take this lead into the third period.
Well, Nick Lee is well on his way to another 20-point effort tonight. Jamie Dawsey with a total of 7 points. He did 14 last night. LaMarvin Jackson has 4 points, and he scored 7 last night. Harper put in 17 points last night for Dothan, and tonight he's sitting on 10 points. Trey Critton had 13. He's at 0 in this game. And Carlos Frazier had 10 last night and only 2 thus far tonight.
Like I said, that's the key to Dothan. Ashford's back on offense. We'll see if they can continue to just burn up the nets from the outside. They were very successful at it. Ball goes to Dawsey, back to Brown, to Nick Lee, and they're just going to pass it around and try to break the defense down.
They're slow and deliberate. With a 7-point lead, you can do some delay tactics.
Dothan's going to have to come out this half, Bob, a lot more aggressive on defense, try to force some turnovers and get a couple of quick baskets on the turnovers. And that time, Dawsey comes out and do what he does well, hit three-pointers. So Dawsey with 10 points, his third three-pointer of the game, and he puts Ashford back on top by 10.
All right, Dothan tries to run their offense now. Frazier with the ball to Foster at the top. Over to Harper. Harper brings it back out to set up a new play.
And like I said, Bobby, Harper cannot win this game by himself on offense. They've got to get the ball in the hands of Foster and Frazier if they have any chance of winning this game. Harper again.
Harper drives the basket, and he gets another 2 points.
And Harper has played outstanding these last 2 games, Bobby.
He's well on the way to another banner night with 12 points now.
30-22, opening minute of the second half. Ashford and Dothan in the championship game of the 22nd annual Dothan Progress Dothan Eagle Holiday Classic.
Ashford being the defending champion, Dothan winning it 3 years ago. And one of these 2 teams will go away as the winner tonight. Foster trying to steal. Fields drives the basket, misses, air ball, and is rebounded by number 15, Trey Critton for Dothan.
That time, Dothan showed a little more aggressiveness on defense, and they were able to get the ball away from Ashford.
30-22 is our score. Foster shoots a 3. It's off the mark. And
great hustle by the Tigers of Dothan, and it's off of Ashford. They've got to, Foster, you know, he looked at that 3 and he missed it. They've got to take the ball inside. Foster and Frazier's got to get the ball inside and challenge the big men of Ashford and not leave it all up to Julius Harper.
That's right. As you said several occasions here, Harper cannot win this game by himself. He's got to have some help.
That time, Thomas drove to the basket, and he scored. And if I have to say one good point for the Dothan team, they've done a good job of passing the ball around and breaking toward the basket and getting shots, the layups. They've done a very good job of that.
Yes, they have. Thomas 4 points on the night. Into LaMarvin Jackson, pivoting around. Turns toward the basket,
spin move.
puts it in.
Dothan cannot swap baskets with Ashford because Ashford's shooting threes too good for them to swap 2s with him.
LaMarvin Jackson 6 points on the night. Frazier.
And they turn it over into the hand of Dawson on the fast break. He slows it down.
He wisely pulls it up in the corner. And number 23, Nick Lee, does a rare turnover thing.
Yeah, that time Lee took 1 too many steps. They call him forward traveling. So Dothan would get a chance to try and cut that lead. They're trailing by 8 points, and we have 4:38 left in the third period.
Dothan back on offense. Hughes.
And Coach Golden wants a timeout. He wants a 30-second timeout. He wants to talk to these guys and say, look, guys, you know, we're here. We're down 8 points. We're midway through the third period. We've got to make a move. We've got to take over this game because right now we're just out there. We're not being aggressive on defense. We're not being aggressive on offense. We're letting Ashford do whatever they want to do, and that's why they're in control of this game. So he's telling these guys, look, it's time to make a move. It's time for you seniors to step up to the plate and do what we need to do to come back and win this game.
Well, you know, Coach Henry said that the big key in this game was going to be who played defense the best. And Dothan is definitely losing that battle, especially since they're trailing by a score of 32-24.
They've definitely got to be more aggressive on offense, Bobby. If they're going to win this game, they have not been aggressive. They've done a good job of spreading the ball around. Dothan has, you know, and hitting the open man, but they have not taken this game to Ashford. Ashford has taken this game to Dothan, and that's why they are on top.
All right, Harper drives toward the basket, guarded by Lee, and Harper makes another 2 points.
Harper has been incredible, Bobby. He is taking it to him. He is. He's taking it to it. He's challenging these big guys.
Offensive foul by LaMarvin Jackson.
And that's going to be Jackson's third foul, Bobby. So that could spell trouble for this Ashford team because Jackson's such an important part of this Ashford team.
Harper. They close off the inside run to Harper that time. He fed it out to Foster, and then Foster gives it back to Harper once again. Under 4 minutes in the third. Frazier shoots, and he makes it.
So Frazier gets involved in offense, and was that a 2 or a 3?
A 2.
So Frazier hits a 2, and Ashford turns the ball over 2 straight times. Well, they had an offensive foul the last time, and then they turned it over this time. So Dothan has cut that 10-point lead down to 3 points. It's a 32-29 game. All of this has happened after the timeout Coach Golden called, Bobby.
Right. All right, Harper brings it in. 3:35 to go. Dothan spread out on the floor. Thomas with the ball now. All the way to the corner for Harper. Harper once again to Thomas again. Frazier to Foster.
Foster spins and puts it in.
And he's going to be fouled in the process, so he'll come to the line.
And Bobby, you know, I can keep saying it, you know, the difference in this game is because, you know, since the timeout is that Foster and Frazier have become involved in the offense.
That's Jamie Dossey's second foul. And Foster can bring it to within 1 if he completes this 3-point play. From the free throw line, it's in the air and it's good.
So Foster makes a big 3-point play. So Dothan has cut that lead down to 1 point. They were trailing by 10 points earlier in the half. And Coach Golden called a timeout. They were trailing by 8, and they have come out after that timeout, and they have done an excellent job of doing what they need to do, getting the other players involved in the offense.
That is right. And, of course, Dothan in the foul situation, Dothan has not committed a foul in this half. Ashford has already committed 2. LaMarvin Jackson has 3 fouls on him tonight, along with Nick Lee, Fields, and Dossey. They have 2 apiece. So we're going to see what happens with 3 minutes to go in the third period, with Ashford only leading by 1 point.
And Bobby, looking at the scorecard here, you can look at Ashford's score, and they are very balanced, you know, 7 points, 5 points, 10 points, 10 points. So they spread it out on that offensive side, and they've done an excellent job on offense. They've turned the ball over the last time, and it's given Dothan the opportunity to get back into this game. Dothan's in a full-court press. They get it down to and they steal it. Fred Foster comes up with the steal for Dothan over to Julius Harper.
So Dothan can take the lead here if they can sink this one. Frazier with the ball to Thomas, under the basket to Critton, almost
Harper
losing.
gets the rebound.
Harper saves it. Foster shoots a three, in and out.
And Dothan is hustling, keeping the ball alive to Foster. He goes up and he's fouling. That's going to be 4 on Marvin Jackson, I believe. Let's see if the foul is on Jackson.
I think it's going to go on Brown.
Brown.
21.
Let's see.
No, it goes on number 5. That's his 4th.
So that's going to be the 4-5 for Jackson. And Bobby, you know, you look, Foster and Frazier have gotten involved in offense.
Foster misses from the free throw line. So it's still a 1-point lead for Ashford.
If Foster hits this one, he can tie the score for the Tigers. They tied the score at 6, and they haven't been able to tie it since. And he missed both of them. And the rebound goes to, that's Nick Lee. So Foster had a chance to actually give Dothan the lead, and he missed both of his foul shots. And he's normally a pretty good foul shooter.
All right, Brown sends it over to Fields. To Lee, back to Brown and Fields. Brown in the corner to 44, Lawrence Green. And he sends it back out to Brown again, and Nick Lee.
Ashford's going to start slowing the ball down again, Bobby. They're trying to slow down Dothan's momentum. Right now, Dothan has the momentum.
Yes, they do. Brown just running off some time on the clock. Back over to Lee once again, who sends it to Brown again.
Nick Lee for a 3. Misses, rebound. Foster goes up high and pulls it down. Dothan back on offense.
Under 2 minutes, 1:39, with Dothan trailing by 1. Harper at the top, drives toward the basket, swivels, shoots, misses, rebounded by Foster,
misses. Gets it, misses, and
foul by number 44. Lawrence
Bobby,
Green.
but what happened then, Dothan, Harper took it to him, he missed, Foster got the rebound, he put it back up, missed, and he put it up again, and he was fouled on that.
All right, Lawrence Green draws a foul, a 2-shot foul coming from Fred Foster, who's 50% from the line tonight. He made 2 straight, he's missed his last 2, and
wow. Foster has looked bad his last 3 foul shots. He's just got to gain his composure and look the ball into the basket. And that time he did. So the score is tied.
Fields to the basket, feeds it to Green, 2 points. Ashford goes back on top by 2, 1:15 to go in the 3rd.
Harper goes up, and they're going to call him for traveling. So that time Dothan turned it over. So Ashford's leading by 2. Dothan's in a press. Just over a minute left. They get it down to Brown. And he was looking for Dawson. The back door was going to try to get an alley-oop. Fields gets it over to Dawson from behind the 3-point line. No good. And they're going for it. And Foster comes up with the loose ball.
Trey Critton on the fast break, pulls it up.
Puts it back out, sets it up.
Under 40 seconds.
Boy, these teams are going at it. Great hustle by both teams, Bobby.
It's a 2-point lead for Ashford here, as Dothan is going to try to run out the clock in the period and try to tie it up.
Ashford up 34-32, 26 seconds left in the 3rd period.
Frazier now with the ball. Fred Foster as they rotate once again back to to Harper.
They get it to
the basket. And
he puts it up and ties the score. That was number 15, Trey Critton, puts it up and ties the score. But Ashford comes right back with Green, and he scores.
Green puts it in at the buzzer to pick up 2 points, and that pulls a 2-point lead out for Ashford at the end of the 3rd period. The score is 36 for Ashford and 34 for Dothan. Wow, it's in that period, Dothan is able to pick up 14 points, and Ashford's only able to do 9. So they only trail by 2.
Yeah, Bobby, it was a big quarter for Dothan because they fell behind by 10 points there in the third period. Coach Golden called a timeout. I don't know what he told them, but whatever he told them was the right thing because they came out of that timeout and it was a totally different Dothan team. They came out more aggressive on offense and more aggressive on defense. So they scored 36-34 in the 3.
Jackson's going back in with 4 fouls on him. We'll see how long he lasts.
Harper's going to probably
He fouled out last night, didn't he? Didn't Jackson farm out? I believe he did. Yeah. Welcome back to the Dothan Civic Center. This is the 22nd Annual Holiday Prep Classic, and we have a fine one on the court tonight as Dothan trails by 2 going into the fourth period, 36-34.
Dothan has trailed the entire game. They have not led this game at all. They've tied it one time at 6-all, and they had a chance to tie it here in the third period, but they weren't able to. That time Foster took it to it. They got Dawson on the fast break. Missed, but Nick Lee puts it back in.
On 3 opportunities for Ashford, and they finally get it in. Goes back to a 4-point lead.
Ashford up 38-34, 7.5 minutes left in the game. We're in the championship game.
Thomas to Frazier for Dothan. Trey Critton shoots, misses. Ashford with the ball. Brown
on the fast break.
Fields. Jamie Dawsey to the corner.
He's wide open. He misses. Foster gets the rebound for Dothan. I tell you, you don't see Jamie miss many shots like that wide open, Bobby.
Not from his corner.
That is a rarity. So you need to write that one down because you won't see it much. Harper fakes. He goes in over Dawson, and they're going to call Dawson for the foul. Julius Harper still challenging the big guys on this Ashford team.
And Harper has been to the free throw line 5 times tonight, and he's made 4 of the 5. That's Dawsey's 3rd. The Marvin Jackson playing with 4 fouls, and both are in the game.
Tigers are scoreless here in the fourth period. So Harper
adds 1. He's got another shot coming as he puts it in the air, and it's also good.
So Dothan trailing by 2. 6.5 minutes left in the fourth period. It's championship game, Bobby, and it's being played like a championship game. These two teams have fought their way here, and they're going to fight to the end. This game will go down to the wire.
Yeah, it's a tipsy-turvy, easy. Anyone can win it, especially with both these two teams going at it. Ashford has had the better part of the scoring tonight, and they've been up as much as 10 or 12 points, but now they're only ahead by 2.
Dothan just has not been able to take the lead in this game. Ball passed over to Brown. An assist from number 5, LaMarvin Jackson.
Fields gets a basket there and takes a 4-point lead for Ashford. That's Fields' first basket of the night.
Couldn't have come at a better time for Ken Fields.
Thomas, Trey Critton drives toward the basket. Over to Fred Foster for 3.
Foster hits the 3.
That's Dothan's first 3 of the night.
And it couldn't have come at a better time. 39-40. Dothan trailing Ashford.
Marvin Jackson out to Fields.
Fields his last time. Brown with the ball for Ashford. Back over to Fields. Into LaMarvin Jackson, and he makes it. Ashford did a good job that time, Bobby, of moving the ball around and just working and working until they could get a man open. And that time Jackson took it in and he made it, and he's going to the line to try to make a 3-point play out of it.
That's Trey Critton's second foul in the game, but that's only the first foul by Dothan in this half. He misses the shot, and Dothan gets the rebound.
So, and Dothan loses the ball. Jamie Dawson comes up with the steal, and he walks. He walks. Dawson stole the ball. He stole the ball and then he turned it over. So Dothan gets the ball back, and Harper brings it down for the Tigers, and he almost loses it out of bounds. He gains control and gives it Foster. He puts it up with the left hand, and he's fouled. It's going to be number 4 on Jamie Dorsey.
All right, with 4:47 to go.
So Ashford has 2 players with 4 fouls.
2 of their big guys, Jackson and Dorsey, each with 4 each.
So
as Fred Foster comes to the line.
So if Dothan's smart, Bobby, the thing they would try to do is take the ball inside and try to get Dorsey and Jackson out.
Foster makes the first. Green comes in. Dorsey comes out. Fred Foster is set to shoot his second one. He can bring it to within 1 once again. Ball's in the air. It's good.
So Foster hits both of those, and Dothan's trailing by 1, and Ashford's and a steal by Crittenden. Steal by Crittenden. I'm trying to see what the call is, and
it went out of bounds. They didn't call the foul.
So Ashford maintains possession. They're up by 1, 4 minutes, 39 seconds left. They're going to try to take some time off the clock.
Lead to Fields. Fields drives toward the basket. Up, misses.
LaMarvin Jackson with a strong rebound. Ashford sets it back up.
Clock's ticking. 4:15 to go in the game. 42-41. Ashford by 1.
Dothan is yet to lead in this game, Bobby. They have been fighting uphill this whole game. They fell behind early in the game by a score of 6-1. It was 4.5 minutes in the first period before Dothan scored that first basket coming from Harper. And a save by, and Foster goes up and he puts Dothan on top for the first time.
Dothan up by 1, 43-40.
And Dothan steals the ball.
Once again, Dothan gets it back. 3:37 to go.
3:37
with the ball.
Steal by Dothan and gives them a lead for the first time.
I don't know what Coach Golden told those guys at that last time out, but it has been a different Dothan High Ball Club.
Yes, Bobby, it sure has. And, you know, you're looking at 2 teams. These 2 teams have a lot of heart, and neither one of them's going to lay down in this game. They're going to slug it out like a championship heavyweight boxing match.
Dothan stretching it out on the floor. Thomas with the ball. Back to Harper again as almost gets a steal. Trey Crittenden into
Foster, and it's stripped away.
Nick
and it goes to Nick Lee.
To Harper.
And they're going to call a foul on Harper.
That'll be his first one.
I tell you, this.
So number 23, Nick Lee, comes to the free throw line to shoot.
So
12 points on the night for Nick Lee, looking for number 13 and 14. Free throw attempt.
Lee can tie back up, and he missed his first one.
So Dorsey and Jackson are back in the game. They have, Jackson stayed in. Dorsey's back in. Both of them have 4 fouls each.
Nick Lee for a second one. He makes it. It's 4 tied. It's tied. 43-43, 2:46 left. Foster with the ball for the Tigers. He tried to get it in, and he throws it away, and Ashford gets it back. That was not a good play. Dothan could have slowed the ball down. That time they tried to rush it, and it created a costly turnover for them.
All right, we're tied at 43 apiece. 2:26 to go in the game.
Ashford has, they have 5 fouls to give, Bobby. Dothan's, Ashford will be in the bonus, is that correct?
No,
Dothan will be in the bonus.
Dothan will be in the bonus on the next foul. And Coach Henry calls a full timeout to talk it over with his guys. Mitt Ashford opens up with a 3-point lead at the end of the first period. They stretch it to 27-20 at the half, and then Dothan starts getting it together, and by the end of the third period, they're only down by 2, and here in this fourth period, they've brought it to a tie.
Yeah, what Dothan did, they had trailed the entire game, and they were able to tie it up back in the first period at 6-6. And it was 3 minutes and 37 seconds left in this game before Dothan took the lead. They took a 43-42 lead on shot from Fred Foster. So they have been fighting uphill the entire game, but right now they are even. This is just like the game starting over. We have 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in the fourth period, and the score is tied. So you just wipe out everything that's taken place before now, and it's like starting the game over, and they have a 2-minute drill, okay? They have a 2-minute drill here, and the team that plays the best the next 2 minutes is going to win this game.
Right, and Dothan only shot 36 times last night's game, making 23 of them, shooting for a 63.9% percentage, and they're sort of on track of that tonight, but Ashford had the better hand of it.
Ashford gets the ball in to Nick Lee, Mr. Sure Hands. I tell you, Lee has just been really outstanding this whole tournament. If Ashford wins this, Nick Lee will be the MVP, and if Dothan wins, it's going to be Julius Harper. Dothan almost came up with 2 steals, and they do. They come up with the jump ball. Great defensive hustle by Dothan, and the possession remains with Ashford. But it was a great defensive. They became more aggressive, and they almost created something big for them.
Well, they can afford to be extremely aggressive. They've only committed 2 fouls in the second half, so they can really.
And they do.
Tough.
They come up with the steal. And Bobby, that's what they've got to do. You know, they've got to be aggressive on defense and be aggressive on offense. And that time, just the sheer hustle paid off for them.
All right, we have number 10, Julius Harper, who's had another banner night.
Score tie.
To Critton, out to Foster now as they going to rotate and stretch out the floor, milk some time off the clock.
And Bobby, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think this game will be. And Dothan throws it away. They turn it over. Now it goes back to Ashford with 109. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say this game will be won by one of 2 players. It's going to be number 10, Julius Harper, or number 23, Nick Lee, because those guys have carried these teams throughout the tournament, the last 2 games. And so I think it will be determined by one of those 2 players.
I think you're possibly right. Coach Golden is really talking to his troops. Just a momentary lapse there with Thomas trying to get the ball back over to Critton, and throws it away, creating the turnover. And so Ashford is on offense with 109 to go.
What happened there? In a situation like that, you need to get the ball in your ball handler's hand. And that time, Thomas is not a ball handler. He should not have had the ball. It should have been in the hands of Harper, who should have been controlling the floor. So that time, Thomas just misjudged the distance on Critton, and he threw the ball away, and it could be a costly mistake for the Tigers of Dothan. Ball goes to Dawson, and it goes into the Marvin Jackson, and he's it goes to Jackson. He misses the layup, and Dawson fouls out.
Dawson fouls out. So Green is going to come into the game to replace Dawson. Coming to the free throw line is going to be Carlos Frazier, who's only 1 for 2 from the line tonight, and he has 2 field goals, so that gives him 5 points on the night. Nothing bigger than this 1-and-1 situation for number 33, Carlos Frazier.
It is. He needs to make both of these for Dothan. He misses, but Dothan gets the rebound. Foster puts it up, misses, and Ashford, Nick Lee gets it out for Ashford. And a timeout is called.
Coach,
and like I say, it's going to boil down to these 2 guys here, Nick Lee and Julius Harper. Those two guys are going to determine who wins this game. That time, Dothan has an excellent opportunity to go ahead with under a minute, and Frazier just could not get that free throw to fall for him.
Yes, you're right, Mitt. With both squads only losing one game all season long, Ashford coming in tonight 13-1. Dothan improving their record last night to 8-1. But one of these players, one of these teams are going to go away with a loss tonight, and one is going to be victorious, and it's anybody's game at this point with the score tied with 54.1 seconds left in the game. Full timeout being called by Ashford to talk it over, and Coach Golden has his plan together. His players are back on the floor, as are the Ashford Yellow Jackets.
So Ashford will be taking the ball out, and they'll probably go for one shot, Bobby. He probably talked to them and said, look, guys, let's just control the ball. We'll go for one shot at the buzzer, and if we miss, then the worst we can do is go in overtime.
Ball comes in to number 21, Cliff Brown, and we get a whistle from number 15, Critton.
But it's a non-shooting foul, so they're not in the bonus, so Dothan has some fouls to give.
That's Critton's third foul on the night, and they still have 4 fouls to give away, so they can be tough on this offensive setup for Ashford.
That time, they're playing aggressive. Critton went for the steal and almost came up with him, but he got him with the body, so they're going for it.
All right, coming into the game is going to be Lance Peoples as Critton comes out.
43.9 seconds left, and we have a tie game. And they get in the lead. He loses it to Frazier, and Dothan puts it in the hand of number 10, Julius Harper.
You better get ready to stand up.
Yeah, we've got to stand up because we know the crowd's going to be standing up in front of him. Harper goes in, puts it up, misses, rebound, and it goes to Ashford. Boy, 21.5 seconds left. Ashford gets the ball out of bounds. I don't think either one of the teams want to win this game. I'll tell you, they both have had opportunities and they've given it back to the other team. So I don't know. It's like, okay, you want to win it? Well, you win it. No, we don't want to win it. You win it. So I don't know, Bobby. It's tough, but these guys out there, they're going at it. You couldn't ask for a better finish to a championship game.
Yeah, the wits of both these coaches being really tested here with this game, with Coach Henry calling for a full timeout to get their plan together. They have the ball, but and of course they're going to have to travel the full length of the court, and of course they got to run off as much time as they can. We're trying to wait for that one and final shot.
I'll tell you, it's been a tough one.
And of course Dothan can still go at it aggressively. They still have 2 more fouls to give before it gets into a bonus. So we'll see how it's going to play out here.
They're gonna definitely be aggressive on defense, and Foster's going to make it hard for Lee to get the ball in bounds. And they get it in the hands of Nick Lee, the man you want it to be in the hand of. He's been guarded by Harper. They call a blocking foul on Fred Foster. 11 seconds left. And there's
Peoples. First personal foul, 15 foul.
So
it's Dothan wants a timeout. There's a little bit of confusion on the floor. Ashford was wanting it to go to free throws, but that was just called a blocking foul. He had not got in the air to shoot.
Right. He was not shooting the ball. He would have had to be in active shooting for it to have been a 2-shot foul. So Nick Lee playing aggressive on offense, tried to take it inside, but with Dothan having fouls to give, it put them in a good position, Bobby, because if they were in the bonus, then he would have automatically gone to the line on that play. I tell you, we have a good crowd here tonight. We almost have a packed house, and I tell you what, these fans are cheering for their teams. Yes, they are, and their cheerleaders.
11 seconds left. Championship trying to be decided here.
It's on the line, Bobby. It is on the line. They get it to Brown. And Dothan fouls him.
That's Peoples' second foul.
So they've got one more to give.
Foul is on 12 Peoples. His second personal foul, 16 fouls.
So the next foul will put him in the bonus.
Coach Golden calls for a timeout once again.
So 9 seconds. Tied game. 43-43. Dothan and Ashford. Championship game.
Couldn't ask for a better format here for this tournament with this blind draw, and both of these squads coming down to this championship game tonight, and it's been exactly what we thought it would be, nip and tuck all the way.
I tell you, Bobby, once this game is over, you're going to see the fans just explode. For one side, and the other side, they'll be saddened, but I tell you what, both teams can be very proud of their performances tonight. They both played an outstanding game. They've been able to just, it's just been a real competitive game and really good sportsmanship out on the court.
All right, Dothan's got to change their strategy now with the time that's left.
Right.
If they commit a foul, Ashford can go to the line.
They cannot commit a foul because Ashford will. So they're going to give Ashford 1 and 1. I don't know if that was a real smart play that time.
Fred Foster.
So it's going to give Ashford a chance to. So it's going to give Ashford a chance to pull it out the free throw line. That's how they won last night, Bobby. Darcy hit 2 from the foul line to put Ashford on top, and they won by 1 point. So they're going to see if they can have a repeat performance here tonight from the foul line.
And you see who's at the line.
Yes, Nick Lee, and I've been saying all night, this game will be, if Ashford wins, it will be Nick Lee will be the reason. And if Dothan wins, it's going to be because of number 10, Julius Harper. Those two guys have been the outstanding players. Everybody's played really good tonight, but those two guys, the last 2 games, have just played outstanding basketball. So you can look for either one of those guys to determine the outcome of this game.
That's right. Nick Lee has 13 points on the night. He has a couple of 3-pointers, 3 field goals, and he's 1 for 1 from the line. But nothing any bigger than this front end of a 1 and 1.
So what Dothan's got to make sure they do is position themselves so that they don't let Ashford get the rebound if Lee misses to get a second shot.
Only 6.8 seconds left.
He misses. Dothan gets the rebound. Timeout. Unbelievable, Bobby. Unbelievable. But the pressure's on. We saw Fred Foster, who's normally a real solid foul free throw shooter, shoot a couple of air balls here earlier in the second half. But then he kind of settled down, and he was able to hit 4 in a row from that point on. Nick Lee, a solid basketball player. You know, it's just a lot of pressure on these guys, and that time it just came up a little short. But you still got to take your head off of Nick Lee, because if he hadn't played the way he played, Ashford wouldn't be in this position to win this game.
Putting it on the other side with Dothan, with number 33, Carlos Frazier, he timed that just right and able to pull that thing down for the rebound and then calling the quick timeout.
Right, like I was saying, Dothan's got to, in a situation like that, you got to be in position to make sure you block out. So if the person shooting the free throw misses, then you're in a position to get the rebound, so you don't give the offensive team a shot at a second or third chance at making the basket, putting the shot back up, the missed shot.
Well, we're definitely going to have a winner one way or the other here, or either a tie game. Both squads have all their timeouts.
Well, Dothan's got to go the entire length of the court. I don't know if they're going to try to score or whether they'll just try. And they throw it away. They throw it away. All they had to do is get the ball in, and so Ashford will get the ball down in their own territory. So both very costly errors by the team. Ashford tried to get it in.
Number 12, Peoples, is going to be called for the foul. So 1-1.
So Ashford gets another chance from the foul line. And at the line is Nick Lee, and he's going to redeem himself this time.
There is no timeout for Dothan nor Ashford here. So I don't see Lee missing a second opportunity here.
Lee puts Ashford ahead by 1. Dothan made a big mistake trying to throw the ball down court. They should have set up a play to make sure there was somebody to pass the ball inbounds to, and they didn't, and it may cost them the game.
Makes a move.
And it did cost them the game. It cost them, but Bobby, did I call it or what? Did I say who would determine the outcome of this game?
Yes, you did.
Ashford comes out on top, 45-43 over the Tigers of Dothan, who put up a valiant effort, Bobby. They were behind the entire game, and they had to fight the whole game to get back into it, but they just could not pull it out.
They could not pull it out.
So Ashford wins it 2 years in a row. So they won last year, and they were able to repeat again this year. But it was a tough win last year and a tough win for them this year. Outstanding finish to a great tournament, and this is what we come to expect from this tournament. That the teams that make it to the championship are normally pretty evenly matched teams, and they come into it and they play really hard, and the game normally winds up as a overtime or a 1-2 point victory. And this time, Nick Lee, we've talked about him all night about how well he's played, and we know who the MVP is going to be. Lee makes 2 big free throws to put Ashford on top by 2. He missed earlier. He had a chance to put him on top earlier, and he missed it, but he got a chance to redeem himself, and he wasn't about to miss the second time.
All right, let's give you some scoring unofficially for the Dothan High School Tigers in their losing effort tonight. Julius Harper finished the night with 16 points. Trey Critton with 2. Lorenzo Thomas with 4. Carlos Frazier putting in 5 tonight. And then Fred Foster with 16 points. So a tie in most points scored from 2 Tigers tonight, Julius Harper and Fred Foster. On the other side for the Ashford Yellow Jackets, of course, the big guy that pulled it out for him, he scores the most points, and that's number 23, Nick Lee, with 15 points. LaMarvin Jackson finishes the night with 9, Cliff Brown with 5, Ken Fields with 2, Jamie Dawsey with 10, and Lawrence Green puts in 4 points tonight for the Yellow Jackets. So they advance to 14-1, become the tournament champions, and Dothan drops to co-champions and finish, and they have an 8-2 record on the season.
Well, Dothan drops to 8. They come in second place, and you can't say, Dothan put up a really good fight, and they almost pulled this one out, Bobby, but they weren't able to. And you can look at the problem. It started early in the game when they let Ashford run up a 6-1 lead, and Dothan was scoreless up into 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the first period. and they trailed 13-10 at the end of 1, 27-20 at the end of 2. Now, at the end of 3, they were able to fight back into the game. Coach Colin called a timeout about midway through the third period, and he talked to his guys, and they were able to come out and become more aggressive on offense and more aggressive on defense and get more of the players involved, because Foster and Frazier were not involved in offense very much in the first half. So they became more involved in it, and Dothan was able to cut the lead to 34-36 going into the fourth period. And that happened in the fourth period. Dothan was able to take that first lead with 3:37 left in the fourth period. They took a 43-42 lead, and they failed to score anymore because the final score was 45-43. So they just kind of went cold. They had an opportunity for a couple of free throws, and they weren't able to make them. So Ashford had a chance for a couple. Nick Lee missed the front end of a 1-and-1, but the second opportunity, he made it and was able to put Ashford ahead, and they stayed ahead. They won by a score of 45-43.
Well, you got to hand it to Dothan. They played well enough to win tonight because they had that opportunity to win, but that momentary lapse from who was that, number 12, Peoples, and trying to throw it in with 3 or 4 seconds left, and throws it out of bounds, which gives Ashford the ball. And
right, it would have even if Dothan hadn't scored, they could have run the clock out, and this game would have gone in overtime. But what happened was, Bobby, okay, we're going to stop and we're going to listen to the PA announcer for the awarding of the trophies and the all-tournament team.
Mr. Tim Shirley, the president of Home Oil Company, and Chester Sowell, the mayor of the city of Dothan, we thank you for attending the 22nd annual Dothan Progress Dothan Eagle Holiday Prep Classic. This year, thanks to you, once again, this tournament has been a huge success. The official numbers are not in yet, but I can tell you this. When all is said and done, we will have a new tournament record, somewhere over $57,000 raised. All of this money will be returned to the 16 participating schools and to the schools for newspaper and education program. So ladies and gentlemen, please give yourselves a big hand because you have helped support high schools in the area. Because of the great sponsors that we have, we are able to return all of this money to the schools. At this time, I would like to recognize those sponsors as they join John Johnson, the sports editor of the Dothan Eagle and tournament director, on the floor. First of all, already on the floor is Mr. Tim Shirley, the president of Home Oil Company and the presenting sponsor of the tournament. Next, let's welcome Mayor Chester Sowell of the city of Dothan. It is because of his outstanding leadership that this facility is donated free of charge each year so that all the schools can benefit from this tournament. Mayor Chester Sowell. Our other sponsors include, and I will run through them briefly, and if we have a representative from these companies, would you please step on the floor and be recognized. Southern Bone and Joint Sports Medicine and Rehab, which sponsors our three-point contest. Wallace Community College, Flowers Hospital, Flowers Insurance, Cochran, Cherry, Gibbons, Smith, Lane, and Taylor, South Trust Bank, Graceba Total Communications, Burger King, Tri-State Flooring, DSI Security, Blue D's Construction, Floor Masters Maids on the Move, Pruitt Communications, Purdue Farms, CSI, Bryant's Outdoors, Smith's Incorporated, Ray's Restaurant, Bundy's Ford, Dothan's ENT, Emerald Coast RV, Jim Whaley Tires, and the Southeast Alabama Medical Center. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our sponsors a hand. Others who have provided goods and services for this tournament include Coca-Cola, Nancy Springs, Church's Fried Chicken, Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group, Pig Out Barbecue, Screen Tech, Pilcher's Ambulance, and the Dothan Fire Department. We would also like to thank our tournament announcers this week, Scott Kellner, Alan Skipper, and we would also like to thank the Pep Band for donating their time. And now, without further delay, let's get right to the awards presentation. First of all, let's begin with the announcement of the all-tournament team. From Rehoboth, Daniel Holder. As we call your name, would you please come to the floor and receive your award and t-shirt. From Northview, Tyler Black. From Headland, Terry Fields. From Abbeville, John Grubbs. From Whitfield Academy, Kevin McConnell. From Enterprise, Chris Couch. From Enterprise, Nate Baxter. From Graceville, Travis Franklin. From Graceville, Rashad Singleton. From Dothan, Carlos Frazier. From Dothan, Julius Harper. From Dothan, Fred Foster. From Ashford, Jamie Dawsey. From Ashford, Nick Lee. From Ashford, Ken Fields. And your 2004 tournament MVP from Ashford High School, Nick Lee. Each year, the Adam Deese Award is presented to a player in the tournament who displays a true love of the game, is team-oriented, and strong in character. Adam was a Rehoboth basketball player who died in an automobile accident the week of 1999 during the Holiday Prep Classic. He truly loved the game of basketball. Presenting this year's award is Todd Deese, brother of Adam Deese. And the winner of the Adam Deese Award, Sixth Man Award, is Willie Kirkland of Graceville. Now it's time to present the Jack Jackson Sportsmanship Trophy. This award is voted on by the members of the Southeast Alabama Basketball Officials Association and is presented to the team displaying the best sportsmanship throughout the tournament. And this year's winner of the Sportsmanship Trophy is the Enterprise High School Wildcats and Coach Gray Harrison. And now, presenting the fourth place trophy. The fourth place trophy for the 22nd annual Dothan Progress Dothan Eagle Holiday Prep Classic, presented by Home Oil Company, goes to the Enterprise High School Wildcats. The third place trophy goes
goes to the Graceville High School Tigers. The runner-up in this year's tournament, finishing second, the Dothan High School Tigers. And now presenting the overall championship trophy to the winning team of the 42nd annual Dothan Conference Dothan Eagle Holiday Prep Classic presented by Omaha. Mr. Tim Shirley, would you please present the trophy once again, the two-time champion, Ashford High School's Yellow Jackets. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support. Have a safe and happy New Year.
The rundown of the winners tonight, of course, the Ashford Yellow Jackets are victorious. They win it in a close one over the Dothan High School Tigers by a score of 45-43, and they repeat as the tournament champs in the 22nd annual Holiday Prep Classic at the Dothan Civic Center. It's just been a great week.
It really has, Bobby. And it always is when these two teams get together. You know, in the tournament, it's always that way. So it was no surprise. You know, before the tournament started, probably the two most likely teams to end up in winning this tournament. So, and that's exactly how it finished. And you know, both of these teams had only one loss this year, so they were very likely candidates to play in the championship. And I want to just take my hats off to all the teams that participated, and especially to the teams tonight. The sportsmanship of the teams tonight was great. There was, you know, just competition, and that's the way you like to keep it.
Okay, just to run down the teams that participated this year was Robert E. Lee from Montgomery, Rehoboth, Northview, Dothan, Enterprise, G.W. Long, Charles Henderson of Troy, Whitfield Academy. Do you remember where they're from? Atlanta, okay. Opp, Graceville, Malone, Headland, Abbeville, Houston Academy, Calhoun, and where is Calhoun from?
I'm not quite sure. Lowndes County.
Lowndes County, okay. And then, of course, the repeating champions tonight, the Ashford Yellow Jackets. So we're going to wrap it up from the Dothan Civic Center. It's been a great tournament for the 22nd annual Holiday Prep Classic, and it's back to work on our next outing, as we'll be bringing you basketball from area schools all over the Wiregrass area. So we invite you to stay tuned to your local cable channel, and we'll bring you that play-by-play action.
That's going to about wrap it up from the Dothan Civic Center, Bobby. It's been great working with you, and
thanks,
Stephen as always. And we had a special guest tonight, Glenn, helping us with our stats. So from the Dothan Civic Center, we're going to say good night from the Progress Dothan Eagle Holiday Classic.
Your #1 source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.